Let's see. So my name is Jeff Weigel. I want to first of all thank my brother for inviting me. So I think it's amazing that I have this opportunity to be here. So one of the things I overheard Todd say, so there's two reasons. So some of you are wondering like why am I having a speech tonight? Well, Todd put some constraints on my best man speech because I have a little bit planned, and when I got here, he's like, yeah. You've got 5 minutes, and there's definitely not going to be any AV capabilities while you're there. So I'm like, okay, so we're going to go to plan B. So this is the speech that I had planned for tomorrow. We're going to do it today. I have a smaller version that I'm going to do tomorrow. But and then the other thing, because I'm an observant brother, is that Todd said, I think he made some sort of a wisecrack to somebody as he was here, basically saying like, yeah, this speech is 20 years in the making. Well, it's actually not true. It's actually 24 years in the making. So anyway, we're going to do an abbreviated biography of Todd Weigel's life, which I know everyone is excited about, especially Todd. So we're going to start back quite a ways back. This is a fishing picture with myself and Todd and Dad. So this is definitely in my brother's very annoying phase. So I think so for those of you with brothers and sisters, there's always that sort of like, and so I think certainly like during the first part of the time that I've known Todd, which I've known him for most of his life, is that he was kind of an annoying little guy when he was little, but as he grew, I learned to appreciate him, and he mellowed out and all of that, and so now we're great friends, and we even had a business together for 6 or 7 years, and it was amazing, and it was definitely one of the opportunities of my life. It was really cool. So anyway, enough about that. So we're going to fast forward. I know that I said 24 years. We're going to kind of move ahead fairly quickly. So I know, and they all grew up, and here they are. So I know. Yeah, see, if you're eating dessert, you might miss little pieces of that. So yeah, I know we just fast forwarded really fast. So anyway, so so my family and we live in Rochester, New York. Heard about this amazing woman and her family and the story of how they met and everything about that. And so we were very excited to hear that Todd had someone extra special in his life. This was roughly about a year or so ago. So we were excited to go and meet them. And so we did eventually. So we came out for Thanksgiving this past year, and so all the family got together. Isn't it? I know. Like you're going to see pictures of yourself in here. It's amazing. So so this is a picture from Thanksgiving, and so I think for me personally, it was just really cool to see. Kind of what the new configuration of our family is going to look like, and was just kind of a really neat thing. So I'm kind of a somewhere like amateur plus kind of photographer. So I have my photography gear here, and I'm like, hey, we've got to have a family photo to be able to commemorate this particular event. I'm kind of proud of this photo, so I sent a big version of it to Todd and Alicia as a gift. And I don't know, it's just kind of a cool, like everyone's smiling, everyone's there, and it was kind of the first opportunity for us to be together as a family, which was really cool. So we did get the announcement December 21st. You see the little FaceTime video. Todd is not one to just randomly call. Like he'll call me once in a while, but like to get a random phone call on December 21st on FaceTime, I'm like, hey Todd, how are you doing? He was like, good. And so as like the two of them were sort of there, and so like by the tone of things, I kind of like before they said anything, I'm like, oh, you guys are engaged now, aren't you? Like it was amazing. So like it was just a very very special moment for us, especially being far away, to be able to participate in that. So, and I'd heard a lot of stories about Alicia and her background and her family and all of that, and so it was definitely a cool thing. So of course we have the engagement photo, or an engagement photo, which is very exciting. Absolutely. So, and of course there's kind of a little text message exchange. So my understanding is that you guys have some sort of family connection with Chris Pratt. Is that right? Yeah. Can you tell me about that a little bit? I would love to hear it. Brooke, what's the deal?
High school with him.
Okay.
Yes, he was 2 years older than me, but one of my good friends is one of his best friends.
Okay.
That's my claim to fame.
Got it. Okay. So I kind of heard about this, and so I'm asking questions about, okay, well, we're excited about the wedding. When's it going to be? Where, what are the colors that are going to be there? And then like the last piece is like, is Chris Pratt going to be at the wedding? And so Todd's like, hey, you know what? His people are working on it. So, which I thought was pretty cool. And so for those of you who don't know who Chris Pratt is, he's a famous movie star. So this is him playing Owen Grady in Jurassic Park, which is a great movie. Guardians of the Galaxy, pretty awesome picture, all of that. Lego Movie, if you didn't know, he voiced Emmett in this one here. And then my personal favorite, which is the Extreme Team from 2003. These are, I had to read this. It was like Gen X Extreme Sports went to Australia to do some sort of, I don't know. So, but yeah, it was an amazing movie, as you can tell, because I'm talking all about it. So, yes. So, yes. So Alicia's like, yeah, he graduated 2 years ahead of my sister. We can definitely make this happen. So I'm like, oh man, like for a wedding photo, like this would just be an amazing family photo. So my brother, being very technologically proficient in all of the AI arts, he's like, you know what? It's like, yeah, I think we can do that. So he sends it. So he takes my beautiful photo that I'm so proud about, and he puts Chris Pratt into the picture. Yeah. Except we got a little problem with this picture. I'm like, hold on, we're sort of counting heads. I'm like, somebody's missing. So, yeah, somebody's missing. Yeah, so there's definitely a problem here. So Todd, being the computer whiz that he is, he's like, yeah, it's like I prefer Kathy to Chris. So he does finally get the correction right. So finally we've got the family plus Chris, which is nice. So then there was some additional, so there was additional work that was done as well. Because once you start into this, it's like, okay, that's funny, but what would be funnier kind of thing. So I know that you guys got all of your nice save the date card. They made a special version of it that looks something like this. This is tomorrow, by the way. This is July 24th. Look at that. Yeah. So if you didn't get the special edition version, talk with them about that. Yeah, for sure. So all of these at this point are coming from Todd, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, but what would be cooler? And so I'm like, okay, what can we do with AI? So I came up with this one. So we just, instead of replacing, we just replaced everybody, which I thought was pretty amazing. So, yeah. So anyway, so I did get the news. They're like, we want, and I get it. Like this wedding is about you guys. Like, to have Chris Pratt at the wedding would be a huge distraction. And would be a really big distraction. And so I was a little disappointed that this is what, sort of what they decided. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We can do that. So I do, of course, what one does, and do a little online research, and came up with, so maybe I could go around the family to see what we can do with this. And so sure enough, first of all, we have a big surprise for you guys. So I want to first of all introduce everybody. Turn around. Chris Pratt. He's made the wedding. He made it here. So it was a fairly long. I know for sure it fits right in. So I did talk with. So we talked with his agent. He was like, as long as you guys can handle the transportation arrangements and all of that, like, he can come along with you. And I'm like, okay, well, what that's, it's like he's got he's flying in from Milan or wherever he is. I'm like, what is that going to cost? Like, it's going to be first class and all that. I was like, well, how about $8 for UPS ground? Like, can we do that? Would that be okay? And so they seem to be okay with that. So anyway, so we have, so like I said, we're from Rochester, New York. We actually drove out here. So we actually drove from Rochester to out here because we were in Colorado, and it just seemed to make sense. And rather than turn around, jump on a plane and all that, we decided to drive out here. So Chris accompanied us on our trip. So we started in Ohio, which I think was kind of a nice nice little thing here in Ohio. So the RV park that we stayed at was Tomorrow Stars RV Resort, which I actually thought was kind of an omen, because I think that it really means that, someday Chris is going to be famous. Like, he's going to be a star someday. So, which is really great. So we did this, and we stopped in Illinois. This was a lot of fun. We stopped at a rest area. We met a couple of other two-dimensional friends, two versions of Abraham Lincoln in Illinois. So that was amazing. So we're through Kansas. Chris is at a KOA resort. We're doing a little cornhole action before we head on the road. So we did actually stop at a. So we also stopped at a.
Behind him? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he's kind of he folds. So yeah. He's very flexible. That's what he does. So this is so we stopped at this little museum that had a little train car. There was also a church here, which I thought was really appropriate based on the wedding. So this was from 1853. This is just barely, not quite into Colorado, I think was where this was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Yeah, just on the edge of Kansas. And then we thought that, so if you have any speaking parts open, like, Chris is ready. He's ready. He really is. So the other place not far from where we were staying in Colorado is a place called Coolidge, Kansas. And so anyone here that is a vacation theme, that is actually the fictional home of where Cousin Eddie lives. So Cousin Eddie lives there. His worm farm is there. I could have actually purchased a t-shirt that said Cousin Eddie's Worm Farm. I did not do that, but Chris was happy to do that. So this is near the shop at Todd's place. We also made a little trip to Cedar Woolley as well, next to all of the things going on there. Into LaConner, we made it there. And then we also made a little trip to Snohomish County as well. So, So Todd was a little surprised that we showed up at his workplace. I don't know if he saw Chris while he was there. Maybe you did not. Okay. So we talked with. So we did a little station tour while we were there, which is pretty amazing. And then Chris kind of wanted to get into the action himself as well, so we did a little close up, and that's kind of what he's doing right now, which is just amazing. So anyway, so Chris did a little tour, and so like I said, he'll be available. We're not going to make him available during the wedding or the reception, but maybe karaoke. Maybe we'll kind of we'll bring him out. So anyway, enough about Chris. I want to talk a little bit more about my brother. So the other thing is that I know that there was at least a few people that were at my wedding, which was 24 years ago, hence the time frame on this particular speech. So Todd was the best man at my wedding, and so this happened 24 years ago, and so this was so Todd's the topic for his speech was, let's see, so basically the format, so we actually were digging through some of our belongings, trying to clean some things up in the house, and Eleanor found the original outline for the speech that Todd gave at our wedding 24 years ago. So the format of, and it was an amazing speech, I will tell you, like it was very cool. So the general format of it was that he flew out from Seattle to Rochester. He took a survey on the airplane ride from Seattle, and it's entitled 10 Tips for the Newlywed Groom. So he ran through, and so we have a couple of choice ones here. So the 10th one, Clancy from Tacoma, Washington. Top ramen is no longer considered a food group, and dinners now include vegetables. So that was advice that he was giving me as a 20-something new groom. Jim from Cleveland, I don't understand that there's no such thing as a quick trip to the store. All just, really nice advice to give someone that's young and all of that. So what I decided to do is, since this was the format of the speech that Todd gave 24 years ago, since we were going to be traveling from Rochester to Seattle in an RV, that I decided we're going to do the same thing, except I'm not so sure that Todd actually talked with people on the plane.
Sure didn't.
He did not? So the format of my speech is that we're going to give some advice. I don't know if it's going to be 10 tips. It's going to be slightly less. But It's going to be tips for the newlywed groom, but I actually talked with people on our trip from Rochester to New York, and they gave some amazing advice, I will tell you.
Strangers.
Yes, these are all, yes. So anyway, we're just gonna roll. So can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Brian Fox.
Okay.
South Vienna, Ohio.
Fantastic. All right. So, so what advice would you like to give my brother on a long, happy marriage? Whoops. Sorry. Whoop.
Oh, no, that.
So, can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Brian Fox.
Okay.
South Vienna, Ohio.
Fantastic. All right.
Yep.
So, so what advice would you like to give my brother on a long, happy marriage and how to
Get a prenup.
Get a prenup. Okay, that's it. Okay.
If you have kids,
Yeah.
make sure she's going to take care of them for the long term.
Okay. All right.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about all I got.
That's about all you got. All right. Cool. I appreciate it. So. Yeah, so I'm not going to say that this is amazing advice, but it's advice. It's advice. It probably doesn't fit the theme of your wedding, but that's why we're doing it now, not later. So anyway. All right, so tell me your name
Sherry Hine,
and where you're from.
Waukene, Kansas.
All right. And what advice would you like to give my brother on his wedding day?
Live unoffended.
Live unoffended.
Yep.
Sounds amazing.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Awesome. So what's your name?
Hi, I'm Missy. From
Missy?
Springfield, Ohio.
Springfield, Ohio, not far from here.
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
Yep, right around the corner.
Okay. So what advice would you like to give my brother?
I would say keep your communication open.
Awesome.
Yeah. And
All right.
make sure you hug and kiss every day.
That's important.
And tell each other you love them.
Awesome.
Yeah. And don't forget your retirement plan.
That's for sure. All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Oh, but wait, there's more. Did you have a question?
No, she's like, don't forget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Fantastic. So what's your name?
My name's Tanya,
Danya, and where are you from?
Springfield, Ohio.
Fantastic. So what advice would you like to give my brother who's getting married?
Keep talking, keep active, and have fun.
All right.
Have fun, have fun, have fun.
All right. I think they were a few beers in, just to be honest. So, but it's all good. Yeah. Have fun, yes.
He has tons of advice.
All
Have
right.
you been married?
Fantastic.
30 years.
This
Okay,
time.
you're-
This time.
Yeah.
You've been 30 years this time?
This time.
All right, very good. So what's your name?
My name is Cecil Dyer.
Cecil, where are you from?
I'm from Missouri.
Fantastic.
I'm
So
from Missouri, right?
what advice would you like to give?
This is the best advice I can think to give any young man that's about to get married. Understand that when you walk down the aisle, that is the last time you get to make a decision on your own. Right? You know, free choice is gone. Now here's what you need to know. Yes, dear. Right away, dear. Sorry, dear. And occasionally, baby, forgive me, please. And if you're lucky, that will work. Right? That's the advice.
I had to beep it out, yeah. Yeah. Because he did say, yeah. If you're lucky, that stuff will work, is kind of what he said at the end. So, yeah. We're keeping it family friendly. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, yeah. And maybe you know this guy. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. You tell me your name?
Kyle Tate,
And Kyle, where are you from?
Ellensburg.
Okay. What advice would you like to give my brother on his wedding day?
My advice is, Todd, marriage is about compromise. The compromise you make is doing what she wants, and her compromise is letting her, you think it's her idea that you came up with it. So good luck to you two, and I wish you the best, and happy life.
This was kind of fun. We walked into the station that's next to the admin headquarters where Todd works, and so I think there were three firefighters that were in there, and so Kyle's like, yeah, I'll do that, and then there were two others that were there. They just sort of like scattered, they just sort of left, which is fine. So, yeah. So,
Bill Farmer, and I'm from Springfield, Ohio.
okay.
All right, my advice for you is don't go to bed angry.
Don't go to bed angry.
Don't go to bed angry. Settle your arguments before you go to bed. Make sure you're both in agreement with whatever you was arguing over, and you'll live many, many years of happy life. I guarantee that. Me and my wife have been together almost 43 years, and we pretty well did that way. So it's worked out for us greatly. So.
It's really nice. Awesome.
And we've had our troubles. I mean, you know, all married couples have, and you'll see that through your married life.
Peanut gallery.
Do that, and I swear you'll have a many, many happy years to come. Thank you.
So anyway, this one just kind of hit me. I'm like, yeah, this like complete stranger asked him advice, and he went on for this, and then he came over later and actually asked, like, was interacting with us after this. But so anyway, so that is the, you know, I guess sort of a mixed bag of advice. Hopefully it was kind of fun. Maybe you got some nuggets out of it and all of that. So anyway. I'm super excited to be here and join you guys for this. I know it's going to be a tearjerker for all of us tomorrow, me included. But you know, we're just so excited to see the two families come together and all of that. So anyway, with that, thank you. Yes. All right, you're welcome.